On the western edge of Paris, just across from the Seine River and next to the Bois de Berligny Park, you find the 16 arrondissement, a district known for its quiet streets and refined residential pockets. This is where embassies, consulates, and long-established families have lived for generations. It feels a bit removed from the rush of the city center, but you're still close to places like the Eiffel Tower. It's another way of life here, surrounded by greenery, elegant architecture, and a sense of calm that has defined this neighborhood for more than a century. This building comes from the height of the Art Deco era, a design movement that shaped architecture, furniture, fashion, and art in the 1920s and 30s. Art Deco was born here in Paris, right after World War I. It embraced symmetry, geometric forms, and luxurious materials like marble, brass, chrome, and exotic woods. It was a style rooted in optimism and progress, celebrating craftsmanship while moving toward modernity. Like the Chrysler Building and the Empire State Building in New York City, or Palais de Chaillot here in Paris, are some of its finest examples. The result is a visual language that still feels modern today, refined, bold, and unmistakably Parisian. The architect behind this complex is Jean Walter, one of the most influential French architects of the early 20th century. Walter designed buildings throughout the 1920s and 30s and believed in the idea of a garden cities, a concept he studied in England, where homes were organized around green courtyards and shared outdoor spaces. His work bridged luxury residential design with institutional architecture, and his projects marked the transition from decorative Art Deco to a more modern, rational style. The apartment we're touring is inside 6 Boulevard Suchet, one of the original Walter buildings completed in 1930. This ensemble forms a major Art Deco development, with stone facades, landscape courtyards, and historic lobbies that have been protected since 2006. Even with its age, the proportions, layouts, and practicality of the building still meets today's residential needs. Overthinking Walter's design truly was. Fun fact, this building has been home to a number of well-known Parisian figures like Catherine Deneuve and many prominent industrial families. It's a rare residential complex in Paris that combines scale, beauty, and heritage all in one place. Walking up to the entrance, you feel the character of the building immediately. The ironwork, the carved stone, and the quiet courtyard all hint at the era it was built. Inside, the staircases are wide and sculptural, framed with original Art Deco railings and soft natural light. There's a sense of weight and presence here, a powerful and moody entrance that feels intentional and architectural. The elevator is historic and industrial, yet beautifully detailed, another reminder of the craftsmanship of the time. As we go up to the second floor, we arrive at the residence that we're touring today. Alright everyone, welcome to this amazing apartment. We got a lot to cover today, whether it's the space, the history of the building, or what Cojamad has done to renovate this apartment and bring it up to today's standards. Their taste, some of the features they brought into the space and the decor. This is going to be a detailed tour. Now, off of the foyer, you can see the high ceilings here with cove lighting, fiber wallpaper to bring that natural element, and floors are all quartzite, and you can see these tiles as well as these patterned sections that were designed to look like crocodile leather, and we're going to see this detail throughout the apartment as well. And to my left, we have these alabaster panels creating some separation between the foyer and the formal living room. Now, to my right, we also have a powder room with a separate vanity, and this also serves as your entry closet as well, so you can leave your jacket before you walk into this apartment. And from this angle, you can see the amount of natural light that comes in, and given the age of the building, the floor plan here is extremely open. Now first, I want to quickly take all of you this way so we can talk about the formal living room. Again, the ceiling height, the mood lighting, the amount of natural light that comes in, and the capability to work on these historic landmark projects, respect the pedigree while bringing these homes, these apartments to today's standards. And this is another one of those prime examples. So I want to give them big thanks. More information about the property will be in the description of this video. Now, let's continue with the formal living room. Now, the first thing I want to point out here are these sofas. They look so unique, and this is from a Swiss brand called De Sede. I hope I'm getting that name right. And this is actually this bubble form made out of leather, and these sofas are actually modular. So these are sections that are connected to each other, and because you have these connection points, you can actually curve these sofas, whether you want them straight or curved like this, and come up with a design of your liking. So it plays into the historic Art Deco era of this apartment, and I really like this touch. Next, in the center, we have 3 brass coffee tables that are all different dimensions and sizes. You can see the mirror TV here that I'll talk more about later, but I just love the span and how open this space feels. Now, Arman, why don't we go to the other side, because we gotta talk about this detail. So we have these alabaster panels here that swivel. You can actually change the direction. You can fully close it off or have it angled like what I just did. And you can also dim the lights here. I mean, how cool is that? It is such a nice touch. I'm gonna quickly correct it back. I wanna talk about the built-ins here. We have these glass shelves, and you can see that the edge is all chiseled to make it look like natural stone or ice. So it just provides additional texture, and they brought the same fiber wallpaper not only to the back but to the sides as well as the countertop here. So I like that continuity. And lastly, you can also see the dark built-in cabinetry here with this basket weave pattern in the center. They essentially take the veneer and place it both horizontally and vertically to create this pattern, again tying it back to the Art Deco era. I really like this touch. Now next, we have the wood burning fireplace. Yes, this is the original fireplace. They've done a really good job cleaning it back up, and I don't think it has been used ever since the remodel, which was, by the way, completed in 2018. I like that you have storage on each side. But the filigree here, the intricacy of the metal work is absolutely stunning, and they use this same pattern on the formal dining room table, and it is one of the most exquisite pieces. I can't wait for all of you to see it. Now above that, we have the mirror TV. This is a common application you see in small apartments, small spaces, or in historic homes where you can insert a mirror to amplify the light and increase the feeling of a given room, but at the same time you have your TV nicely, seamlessly integrated as part of the mirror. So one element gives you 2 different utilities. It's a nice modern touch. And then Arman, why don't we go this way? We have more open shelving here and a book from Frank Lloyd Wright. Now, Frank Lloyd Wright was an iconic American architect. He really influenced the world of architecture, and he pretty much believed in indoor outdoor connectivity, how homes should embrace the nature, the surroundings around them. So his philosophies. Now, I have a surprise for everyone. I'm glad actually the room was right here. Arman, why don't we turn this way? Look at the size of this window, the amount of natural light that comes in, and this is a quite impressive opening given the age of the building. I mean, it was built in the 1930s, and you have these massive openings, and the view outside looks fantastic. It's calm, peaceful, all this greenery, and in fact from here you can see the tip of the Eiffel Tower. We are about 15 to 25 minutes away from it depending on traffic, and you have this view coming into your living room. Now, here's something even better. This is actually a motorized sliding glass window. And it actually opens quite fast. And you let that breeze come right in. This is quite amazing.
This is incredible.
Yeah, and I want to quickly talk about why we're actually in Paris. Of course, we flew in to shoot this apartment, but we also came here because we had a partnership with Airbnb where over 2 days, we had 4 groups of guests come in and tour a property in person with me in the heart of Paris, which was a phenomenal experience. I've talked about details, architecture, and our guests were so enthusiastic about the experience. They asked so many questions. The sessions were supposed to be 2 hours each, and every single one of the sessions went well over 3 hours. So we've been really enjoying our time here in Paris, and this is our second shoot. Let me actually, Armand, quickly close the window here. I can't believe how fast these sliding glass windows are.
And listen how quiet it is right now.
Exactly. It fully seals it off. There you go. All right, moving on. I want to quickly turn everybody to the other side so we can talk about this stunning formal dining room. Whether it's the ceiling height or these gold leaf walls and this custom table right in the center, this is an opulent space. So many details to cover here. Number one, let's look at the floors. We have the same pattern framing the space with this custom carpet that matches the oval ceiling above. Then you have mood lighting, this stunning chandelier, and in the center, we have this custom iron dining table. I think this is the most extravagant and, in my opinion, the best formal dining table we've seen on this channel. The filigree, the metal work, all these details, the rim around the table, and the leather top with stitching, it is exquisite. Then you have your plates, cutlery, glassware, these leather chairs. It is here to make a statement. Now, to cozy up the space, we have 2 ethanol fireplaces, massive window, beautiful view outside, and they also brought in artisans who are experienced in working on landmark and historic buildings. They did all this gold leaf work here. This is 24 karat gold. And then you have these light fixtures. In fact, we've been seeing these light fixtures throughout the home, whether they're installed vertically or horizontally. And the same pattern is actually repeated with the chandelier here as well. This is stunning. Now on the other side, we have the same alabaster panels, and I have to say, this particular panel was working the entire day, and now that we got to the formal dining room, it stopped working. And I know the fact that Armand actually has a shot of this panel or this section here with all the lights on, but this is actually a very nice touch where you create a subtle separation between the formal dining room and your seating area. Armand, why don't you meet me on the other side so we can continue with the next space? And there you go. Now welcome to the family room. We have a sectional couch, glass coffee table here, leaving the space a little bit open, and the built-ins here are all decorated with these books, accessories, and there's also another party trick here. Motorized doors open up and reveal your TV with a waterfall audio speaker down below. Now, why don't we bring everybody here? This custom wine fridge is super cool. The fabrication shelves, and it is refrigerated, but beyond that, I love these handles, how these doors open up. It's a very nice touch and a beautiful backdrop. Also here, you can see the waterfall audio speaker. We've actually seen these speakers on other Cogemat properties as well. And what I like about the design here is the fact that it's very modern, but at the same time, because it's transparent, these speakers can be utilized in modern homes as well as classical homes. They kind of go both ways. And you can also see a massive subwoofer here. Now, we talked about this detail at the beginning of this video, the fact that this apartment used to be owned by an iconic French designer, and his name is Pierre Bellemont. Now, you can see the plaque here, and he was actually born in 1917. He started his brand, or Maison Bellemont, in 1945, and that brand has been active ever since. So you're looking at a piece of history here. Not only he used to own this apartment is also part of an iconic building, and France has had a huge influence in the world of fashion, and I'm sure some of the designs or some of the decisions that he made in this apartment has influenced the industry quite significantly. So I'm really glad we're getting a chance to experience a space like this and share it with all of you. Now, why don't we take everybody back to the foyer, because there is a hallway here with a staircase that takes you to the 2 levels of the apartment where we have all the bedroom suites, but we're gonna continue our tour with the kitchen. Now, this is an interesting space because this is clearly a chef's kitchen. It was designed with utility in mind, nothing more. You have your induction cooktop, gas cooktops, built-in Miele appliances, fridge, some countertop space, and we have the sink here and 2 dishwashers. Now, if you want a bigger kitchen, you can certainly knock down the wall here, because on the other side we have a good sized laundry room and a utility room, and you can create a one big kitchen as well. And what's behind the door here is arguably the most unique aspect of this property, this apartment. And in fact, this is the first time we're seeing something like this on our channel, and this is the surprise that I was talking about. So you open up the door here and it takes you to the interior of the building where we have all the staff quarters. They're calling this space the village, where all apartments on the back have their staff quarters, and there's a full neighborhood here designed totally differently comparing to the exterior of the building. But I love the charm here, how they have planters, railing, shutters. I mean, these are all small individual apartments, and this unit comes with its own apartment as well, and they even have their own elevator here too. And I love how much space is actually right in the center so that natural light and fresh air can come down to these units. I have never seen anything like this. It's like, this is straight out of a fairy tale. I mean, this is absolutely insane.
This is super nice, and it was a surprise for us, like literally.
I mean, you should have seen our reaction when they showed us this space. I wasn't expecting it. We weren't expecting it. And we walked out, we're like, we've never seen anything like this. But honestly, it makes so much sense. Rather than packing these smaller staff quarters into these apartments, why don't you create a void right in the center, connect all these floors, add a utility elevator so staff can travel, they can have their own environment rather than being tucked into an apartment. This is such a clever touch. Again, the fact that this building was constructed in 1930s and it has features like this, I'm blown away. All right, let's go see the unit that comes with this one. Can we come in?
It's just a normal
It's like a little studio.
Yeah, it's a studio and 3 like
Oh wow, it's big.
Yeah,
It's big.
it's bedroom.
Oh my God, this is like the cutest thing ever. So you have one exterior access here in case they want to privatize these rooms a little bit. Yeah, if they want to be separate. So you have a common bathroom in the center, small kitchenette, storage behind you.
Yeah, basic storage.
I am blown away. I don't know why. This is like the coolest, most charming thing ever. I mean, you have it all. You have your toilet, walk-in shower, little shower cabin. And I'm sure like if you really want, you can really like renovate this too and like really up the scale here.
Of course. And like the thing is, like what we already proposed is just to link this apartment to the main apartment.
So you can also do that?
Yeah, exactly. Through the storage.
So if you want, you can open up that hallway.
Exactly. And then you can enter like for example,
Got it.
for the nanny, for example.
Got
So
it.
then you connect it to the main apartment. So like here basically like, we just like do an opening here and you enter on the
Oh, that's
top
also
level
kind of
the
good.
apartment.
Because essentially you're still taking away from this apartment's interior square footage. Technically, you can have it separate like this or
Yes.
detached.
Exactly.
Or you can have it connected, but they still open up to the village side as well.
Yeah.
This is, I think this is the coolest thing ever. And you get a little small kitchenette here and back to the outside. I mean, given how affluent this community is, this was really built for the wealthy.
Exactly.
So this was a statement piece. I mean, it looks this grand, like the fact that they haven't changed the architecture of the building, the volume, the interior spaces is quite impressive. And 100 years later, almost, you have amenities like this. I was even mentioning it to Arman. I'm like, how come we don't design buildings like this with these kind of interior courtyards? So you were talking about the structure that's right in the center. Can you tell us a little bit more? Do they work as skylights to bring natural light to these lower levels?
Exactly, yes. So that is the parking. It's a huge parking that
Is it underneath the entire plot or just underneath individual buildings?
the entire plot. Meaning like from the parking you can access to the other buildings. Of course you have to have a badge for security.
And you were saying that in the past they used to have gas stations within the building.
Yes, exactly. When Jean Walter created this building basically, so he wanted to have like this gas station inside. So like there's you can then
That's why you're saying it's massive. So it's the entire footprint.
it's like another village.
Okay, you got to get us down there.
I'm gonna show you.
Come on, let's make sure to get shots of that too. Now let's talk about the bedroom suites. Upstairs we have 3 guest suites, and down below on the main level we have the primary bedroom. And this is the staircase that takes you to all 4 of them. It is a pretty straightforward design, curved nicely, and the railing here is actually original You can also see the same natural fiber wallpaper here and your stair rods that are all brass, bringing that additional elegance. Let's go upstairs. There's a long hallway here that connects all these 3-bedroom suites with a ton of storage space. And first, we're gonna see this guest suite. We have our queen size bed, natural fiber wallpaper, the TV built in with the same basket weave pattern, good sized windows, and again, keeping the age of this building in mind, it's nice to get this much natural light. Now, I wanna quickly take everybody this way. This stone here is rainforest gold marble, and the vein structure is crazy. It is busy, it's layered, it's intricate, and then you can see the quartzite with the vanities here, nicely curved. Your built-in tub with a shower curtain rod and a rain head above. So it's a built-in tub and your shower, but we also have a handheld fixture here as well. It's a small bathroom, but they've certainly maximized this space. Now I want to quickly go back so we can check out the 2nd bedroom suite. Emma, what do you think of the apartment so far?
I think it's great. We haven't been to an apartment for a while.
Yes.
But we picked the best one, I think.
Yes. Well, it's actually, I'm glad you brought that up. I was going to ask. We tend to tour big homes. We never really tour apartments because of YouTube, we're always driven to tour the most extravagant things. But I feel like there's something cozy, unique, especially with this apartment. And we particularly chose this space because we felt like it had interesting details. I mean, whether it's the village, the story of the apartment, the finishes, Kojima's approach when it comes to remodeling the entire space. So I hope everybody's enjoying it. Now, welcome to the 2nd bedroom suite, queen size bed. And I'm pretty sure this is crocodile leather headboard and bed frame design. You can see the fabrics, the pillows, everything was intentionally chosen. And the apartment has this darker aesthetic, and you can really see that come alive even more in these bedrooms. Additional built-ins on this side, TV, little desk area, and a space for you to slide into your chair. And Arma, why don't we go this way, because I want to show this bathroom as well. Here we have Salon marble, and just like the other bathrooms, the vein structure is busy, intricate, but it has more of the lighter gray tones and pink tones. And then we have the same style vanity here. You have your eggshell toilet and an eggshell bidet, and your built-in tub with a rain head above. And I actually want to show this detail to everyone. Can you come inside? We have this massive circular window with a casement section right in the center. How are you going to open it?
Oh, that's cool.
That's really cool, right? So you can see this rod that connects to the mechanism up there, and that's how you open and close it. I love this. I'm obsessed with these quirky details. All right, moving on. Bedroom number 3. Let's go to the other side. Like I mentioned earlier, this hallway has a ton of storage space. At the end, we have another closet, and this is where we have the 3rd bedroom suite. Here, we have 2 single beds. Again, leather wrap, headboards and bed frames, natural fiber wallpaper, and they try to lean into using natural organic materials. That's why they also have quartzite on the floors. And before we exit this room, I want to quickly show this detail. All the interior doors are hand chiseled. So this is done out of a single slab of wood, and then they hand chisel all of these details, and these doors are quite heavy. Now on the other side, we have an additional closet for this bedroom. As you guys can imagine, we have drawers, hanger spaces inside, and over here we have the 3rd bathroom. This has Verde Luana marble, and here's something that they did with these bathrooms. They didn't run the stone all the way to the ceiling. They left a little reveal, which decreases the intensity of the stone, and out of all the 3, I think this is my personal favorite. I just like the color palette. The vein structure is not as intense as the others, and it has a nice playful feel to it, and it's also book matched in many of the spots as well. Another one of these built-in tubs, good sized window. These are the 3 guest suites. Now let's go downstairs so we can check out the primary bedroom. Now we have this long hallway and a door that seals off the entire primary bedroom suite. And of course, first, we're gonna check out the bedroom itself. Same quartzite floors, a small seating area with this really cool art, and I like the dedicated light fixture for the art. And of course, you have your waterfall audio speaker, built-ins on this side, and in case you wonder why the cabinetry kicks out so much, because there's a pop-up TV here right across from the king size bed. And I like this extension section that is your built-in desk. So as you're working here, you get this charming view. Now on the other side, we have our king size bed. They created this portal to recess in the bed, and again the theme continues with a leather wrap, bed frame, and headboard design. You can also see this mother of pearl wallpaper on the back and these cool light fixtures. They look like disco ball lights, so I really like this fun geometric approach, and light just seeps through the gaps. And we have these light fixtures throughout the room in different formats. Now, the bed looks very comfortable. It's nicely set back for privacy. And we have a Belmont product box here, again paying homage to the iconic designer and really the past owner of this property. Now, that's it for the bedroom. I want to quickly take everybody this way. The bedroom also gets its dedicated hallway because at the end, we have a walk-in closet, same wardrobe design, solid wood cabinetry, and again, these intricate interior doors. Now next up, we have the bathroom. On the floor, you can see this intense mosaic tiling with the quartzite section right in the center, marble walls. You have your dedicated water closet with a bidet, and on the left, we have a walk-in shower that utilizes the same mosaic throughout the shower with a massive rain head above and your brushed nickel water fixtures. Now coming in, you can see the marble a little bit more prominently used in this bathroom. This is green forest marble, and again the vein structure is just wild. You have so many different colors, variations, and to my left we can see the built-in cabinetry with 2 sinks, these oversized brushed nickel fixtures, your mirror, wall sconces, and just like the other bathrooms, this stone design is kept low to have more of an open ceiling design. We have a good sized window here with additional side windows to maximize the natural light coming in. And then over on the other side, we have the TV, jetted, massive built-in tub with its own tub filler and a handheld. And on the back, we have another one of these circular windows with a casement section right in the center that you can open with the roll down design. And I want to quickly show how this jetted tub works. It's actually quite nice.